All right, boom. We are live. We're trying out the new YouTube streaming software, so we're going to see how well this goes. Hopefully it does not crash. If you guys can hear me, can you guys give me like a 2 in the chat or like a what's up, Spencer, or something like that? That would be phenomenal while we kind of get set up here. How's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully. Since we have 6 people on. Let me go on the actual thing here. Let's see here. New live. Boom. Okay, so we have 7 people on, so there should be 7 people hanging out. Sydney says, what's good, Spence? What's good, Sydney? How are you? Let me raise my desk up a little bit. Boom. Yeah, this new streaming thing is weird. It's been so long since I've streamed on YouTube that it's kind of throwing me off, guys. I'm kind of thrown off a little bit. So I apologize, but anyways, I wanted to hop on here a little bit early and say, what's going on, see how everyone's doing. If you guys have any questions, now's a good time. I'm about to send out a bunch of messages to people to get them on here. So I'm getting like notifications from YouTube. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Awesome, guys. What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? Started streaming 67 seconds ago. Let me post this in the group. Super excited to share what we're going to be sharing today, guys. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this stuff, so yeah, it's finally happening. It's finally happening. We are finally going to announce some things that I know, again, a lot of you guys have been waiting for a long. How far you've gotten into the program? Let me do some back-end research onto my students here. See how disciplined you've been in watching the videos. That being said, to you guys that are hopping on now, what's going on, guys? Give me a 2. Just let me know if you guys can hear me. Say hello. Say what's up. Oh, his name's Jared. Jared, I think I've seen you in here actually. Let me look you up. Let's look up Jared. Let's see here. All right. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not looking up the right name then. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? How are we doing? How are we doing, everyone? We're going to wait until everyone gets on before we jump in today. I've got some awesome stuff that I want to share with you guys. How's everyone doing? Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. My partner got me to do this with them. Well, what's your partner's name? Because I think it's under your partner's name. Because I'm looking you up, man. I can't find you, man. I can't find you. What's going on, everybody? Again, as you guys are hopping on here, just let me know if you guys can hear me. We're trying out this new YouTube streaming stuff, and it's kind of throwing me off, to be honest with you. So it's kind of weird, honestly. It's like this whole new setup. Deborah says, I hear you just fine. Awesome, Deborah. Awesome. Let's see. Make sure we let everyone know that we're going live here. Super excited. By the way, if you guys have questions right now, now's your chance to ask. We're going to do a live Q&A now. We're going to do a live Q&A at the end. So now would be a good time to ask questions if you'd like to. Let me bring up my slides here. Boom. Boom. Okay. There we go. Live Q&A. So if you guys have questions, let's do some Q&A while we're on here. We'll getting everyone else on here. And I tried to send an email, but I think my email SMTP is broken, unfortunately. So I don't know if I'll be sending out an email today, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. We can always fix that. Yeah, I think it is broken because we are clearly not working today. Always good news when things break, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I have a bunch of awesome announcements to talk about today, so I'm excited about that. And then, John says I just got the email. Okay, well maybe it did work then, because it's saying it worked, but then it's saying that literally 0 people opened it, and I sent it to 30,000 people. So I think the chances of that happening are very low. 0 out of 30,000 would be pretty bad. So anyways, awesome, guys. David says, "Hi Spencer, will this have a replay option? I have to boogie out business." Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a recording on YouTube afterwards. You're not gonna be able to ask questions, obviously, but yeah, you can of course watch the replay later if you'd like to. If you'd like to. Diane says hello. What's going on, Diane? How are you doing? It's good to be back. I haven't done one of these State of the Unions in a long time, so it's gonna be interesting to announce what I want to announce. I've got some awesome stuff coming your guys' way. David says, "You are the best." Well, thanks, David. I don't know if I'm the best, but I'm doing my best, so I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I'm trying to figure this email out thing. This is really annoying, though. This is where we usually get a couple hundred viewers on this from, maybe not a couple hundred, but we get 100, 150 viewers when these emails actually go out. And I don't think this email is actually going out. So that's a little bit frustrating. ClickFunnels. I've lost so much money from ClickFunnels breaking. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But anyways, I'm starting to get some more people on. What's going on, everybody? If you guys are just hopping on now, drop in the chat. Let me know. You guys can hear me. David says, "You're the best," behind David Church. I would agree with that. Yeah, I'd agree with that. David. I think David deserves that title more than I do. David's always working with you guys. I'm behind the scenes, so I'd agree with that. Awesome, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Want to do some Q&A? Sydney says, "What's up?" Scope says hello, or Jared says hello, I should say. Deborah can hear me. Diane, David. It's kind of frustrating, honestly. Anyway, it is what it is. All right. So you guys can see I'm wearing my championship shirt, back-to-back champions, 3 times in a row. I might retire and go coach baseball now, following in the footsteps of greatness. Anyway, I'm excited to be here, though. I will say I've got a couple things we're going to cover today. We're going to do a giveaway today as well, and that's actually going to go until the end of the weekend, which is really exciting. So I'm excited about that. We've got some new content dropping, some of which I know you guys have been waiting for a very, very long time. You guys have been very, very patient, so I appreciate you guys waiting. And then we've got another big, exciting announcement that I wanted to make, but I don't know if I'm going to make it tonight because, unfortunately, my emails are not going out. So I don't really want to make an announcement to 10 people. I like to do it to everybody that comes on here, but we'll play it by ear. We'll see. If you guys really want me to make the announcement, then I will. I'll let you guys decide later. But anyway, with that being said, we'll do a couple more. If anyone has any questions real quick, we'll do some questions. If not, I'll go ahead and I'll just jump into it because I don't think my email's going to go out, and I don't think we're going to get as many people as we usually do, which is kind of unfortunate. So with that being said, though, does anybody have any questions before we jump into it? If you guys do, I'm super, super excited. I want to answer you guys' questions. Again, I will be on here as long as you guys want me to in terms of answering questions. I know I don't get the opportunity to get on here and answer questions as much as I like to, so I want to do as much as possible. John says, you mentioned in your last YouTube video something about bankruptcy, surplus funds, or overages. Is that part of the new announcement? Well, John, I guess you'll have to wait. I guess you'll have to wait until the announcement announces. But you may or may not be right. I guess I don't want to spoil. It'd be kind of silly if I just told you what the announcement was right now, or if I told you what it had to do with. So, good question, but you're gonna have to be patient, John. Appreciate it. Any other questions, real quick, before we jump into it? Valerie, I got the email as well. Thanks, Spencer. Valerie, can you forward that email after the stream to help@surplusfund.com? Because I don't think it's working. It's kind of annoying, so it's a little frustrating. But I appreciate it, Valerie. Any other questions, though? Real quick, guys. Real quick before we jump into it. Again, I'll be on here as long as you guys want me to be on here and answering questions. I'm happy to do that. Yeah, I want to make sure everyone's questions get answered. But as I don't have any questions before we jump into the couple of super, super awesome, exciting announcements I have that I've been waiting so long to talk about. You guys have no idea. You have no idea. It's been a long time. Going once, going twice for questions, though, real quick. Real quick. All right. Doesn't look like. Looks like the question will kind of died out. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it then. Again, if you guys have questions, just throw them in the chat and I'll answer them as we go. Okay. So as I've hinted at a little bit, we have a couple announcements to make today. And I'm beyond excited about this stuff because this is stuff that we've been working on, honestly, for some of it we've been working on for like the last 6-8 months. Some of it not as long as that, but it's stuff that we put a lot of time and effort into, and I'm really, really proud of what we are building and have built. And yeah. And so I want to start with just kind of jumping right into it. And we have several updates that are coming to Surplus Fund Mastery. And yeah, this is stuff that some of you guys have been waiting for a long time. So first thing is as John hinted to, John just ruined my whole unveil, my announcement. Okay, we're gonna drop a addition to week number 5. Okay, and it's gonna be talking all about bankruptcy funds and how to go out and claim funds from the bankruptcy courts. Now we actually have somebody right now. I think we have a couple people in the course that have either done deals or have. I know we have a couple people that have done deals, but we have other people that are looking into it and all this stuff. So it's been a really curious topic. I know a lot of you guys have had questions about, and it's not something that we initially intended to put into the program. But of course, we want to help you guys be as successful as possible. And at the end of the day, after doing some research into it, we really like it. It's interesting. And so we're going to add it in there. It's initially going to be, I don't want to say limited, but it's not going to be a full module of its own. It's going to be added on to week number 5. And we're going to kind of see how it goes, see how you guys like it, see how you guys don't like about it, see where you guys are getting stuck. And then we're going to be kind of adding more videos, explaining it more, and probably building it out from there. Okay. So in this week 5 update, okay, we're going to be introducing, again, bankruptcy funds, how to go out and claim money from the bankruptcy courts. Of course, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how to start and how to go out and just, again, close those bankruptcy deals, how to find the deals, the best way to work with people, kind of the back end process of it, how it all works, because it's a little bit different, of course, than the other niches. And one thing that we've noticed with this is kind of super untapped. Like there's other people doing it. Of course, it's never a completely untapped market, but it's I think it's just it was such an unknown kind of variable up until maybe a year ago when we first really started hearing about it, that not a lot of people have talked about it, not a lot of people have done it. And so it's very, very, very untapped. And I'm very excited about that. I think it's going to help a lot of you guys out as we drop that. Okay. Now, week number 5, the update for this, we do not have an exact release date. My guess is within the next 30 days, but I'm not going to put a hard date on that yet because 2 reasons. Number 1 is we want to test it out and make sure that the stuff we're putting in is good information. And number 2 is we want to make sure that just the quality of the program in general remains at a very, very high level. You guys know we take our program very, 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 very seriously. And anything that we put into it, we want to make sure it's the best it can possibly be. Hence why I do not want to give a hard release date. Okay, so that's going to be bankruptcy funds. That's coming out soon. Again, we don't have a release date for it yet, but that's the first of the 3 updates to Surplus Fund Mastery that we're going to be making here shortly. Okay, now the next update is going to be week number 1. A couple of videos we're going to add to Surplus Warrior Foundation. Okay, the first week of Surplus Fund Mastery. And I know a lot of you guys are already past the first week and all that, but I really want you guys to go back and watch these videos for a couple of reasons. Number 1 is these 2 videos are basically a compilation of what we've learned. We are, I don't know exactly how many students away, but we're like very, very near 1,000 students in Surplus Fund Mastery. We might even actually already be past it. We've had over 60,000 people watch our webinar in some capacity. So we've trained a lot of people, and from our 1,000 students and 50 to 100,000 people that have watched our webinar and the 2 million people that have seen our YouTube ads, we've learned a lot about surplus funds from that. Not even just from doing it ourselves and all of that, but from actually seeing you guys go through the course and seeing you guys get success and seeing where you guys get stuck on and all those things. And so these videos are going to be what are the main things you need to understand about surplus funds to be successful about it after we've trained 1,000 people plus, after we've trained 50,000 people on our webinar, right? Like what is it? And that's really the key here is, again, what we learned after teaching nearly 1,000 students, and probably now already past 1,000 students in Surplus Fund Mastery, and 50 to 100,000 webinar viewers. Okay, so that's gonna be the week 1 updates. And again, it's not like let me not skip that. It's not like we're I want to make this clear. Like when I say like what we learned, it's we've studied the people that have been successful in our course. I don't. necessarily, I'm not going to share these numbers with you guys because I think it's private information, but we're able to see, like, from our perspective, we can say, hey, if Valerie's on here, if Valerie went through the course and watched this video to exactly this, this time, and she watched this video and this video and this video, and then she got a deal. Okay, well, how did that happen? And so we can actually study the trends and see exactly what is helping our surplus warriors and what's not necessarily having an impact. And so that's why I'm really, really excited about these videos. And as you guys know, we've been having a ton of warriors get deals recently. Just this week with deals that have announced, and some of this might be from a coaching call either this week or last week, I can't remember. But we have spring with a couple bankruptcy deals. Christian's got a bunch of, I think he's got a check on the way, actually. I'm not sure. Again, there's a lot of names, so I'm sorry if I'm not exactly saying who's got what correctly. From what I heard, Jack has a couple state fund deals in California. He's working on getting his license. He doesn't even have his license yet. He's already got a couple deals. Okay, Adrian's got like 1 million deals. He's absolutely killing it. Randy's he actually had a deal before. He had gotten that closed out. Now he's got another couple deals coming in. Dale, Dave, Evan, and it honestly goes on and on and on. And again, we've studied these people. We figured out why they've been successful, and that's what these videos are going to be really about. Okay, so I highly recommend. Even if you've already gone through week 1, you're like, I don't really want to go through the whole thing again. I get it. It's a long week, but go through these 2 new videos again because it's going to be vital for your success. Okay, and for those of you guys that have closed deals, okay, sometimes it's hard for us to like keep track of everybody because obviously surplus funds it's not an online based thing, so we can't track it. But if you guys get a deal, let us know. Okay, we're going to send you a free Surplus Warrior t-shirt and a free deal closer hat. I think I'm wearing mine right now, actually. Right here, boom. Oh, what did I do here? A deal closer hat. Okay, we're going to send you guys one for free. If you guys get a deal. So just let us know, and of course we'll send you one of these. And yeah, okay. And so all these people I listed, plus all the other ones that have deals, of course you guys will be getting that. Just let us know where to ship it and what size you are and all that, and we can send it out. Okay. Now the final update to the content of Surplus Fund Mastery, and I kind of spoiled it earlier because I showed the slide by accident, but we are finally launching week number 6, Surplus Warrior Scale. Okay. And I want to talk about. And I'm going to talk about this later on today's program, actually, when we're doing Q&A. Bring it up if you guys don't. Please remind me if I don't remember. But in this week, we're talking about what it means to scale. Like what does it mean? Like, what's the difference between a business doing 1 to 2 deals per month and a surplus warrior doing 10 to 20 deals per month? Like, what's the difference? And really, like, the kind of exact steps you need to take your surplus fund business to the 30K per month mark. Because what we've realized is, like, as I just showed you guys, we have a ton of people getting deals right now and all that. But we've noticed a trend that a lot of people are getting stuck at that 1, 2, 3 deals per month, because of various reasons. And so that's one of the main reasons why this week hasn't really been released yet, is because we've been kind of watching you guys and saying, hey, like, where are people getting stuck? Why are people getting stuck at 1, 2 deals a month? Why are people getting stuck at 3 deals a month? How come they're not getting to 10, 15 deals per month? And of course, we have plenty of examples of people who have done that, but there seems like a trend, a good amount of people seem to be stuck there. And so we really want to help you guys scale it and take it to that next level, because ultimately, like, that's what I got into business to do. I didn't get into business to make an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month. Like, that's great, but I got into business to make a massive, massive, massive company that hopefully changes the lives of tens of thousands, if not millions of people, right? And in order to do that, you have to scale. And so that's what week 6 is going to be all about. Okay, give me a 2 if that's exciting to you guys. Give me a 2 if you guys are excited that week 6 is finally coming out. I know you guys have been waiting for probably forever. And let me check some of the chat here. Rogelio says, you're so encouraging and add such value to the program and to our lives. Question, how do we get CA tax lien surplus leads? Rogelio, if you would not mind waiting, I will happily answer that. I'll happily answer that in a second here. Dart says 2. John says 2. Rogelio says 2. Kristen says 2. All right, awesome, guys. Awesome. It looks like we have some more people hopping on. I'm mad that my emails are not working. That's kind of unfortunate. But anyways, so yeah, week 6 again is going to be all about scaling. And then week 1, the updates to that are going to be all about going in and what did we learn after teaching all of these people to start this business, and how have we been able to impact them, and where have they gotten stuck at, where have they been able to succeed at. So be looking out for those couple new videos in week 1 and then week 6 as well. Now you're probably asking, okay, Spencer, that's great. When does this stuff come out? When is it being announced and launched? Well, week 1 and week 6 updates will be launching this Friday at midnight. Okay, so at midnight Pacific Standard Time, these videos will be up. They'll be launched. every time I say at midnight, like we usually launch them a couple hours before that, but I'm just, for disclaimer purposes, they're launching at midnight. If we get them out early, I'll send you guys a message and let everyone know. And of course, everyone asks, oh, well, are these updates going to be free? They have to pay. All of our updates to Surplus Fund Mastery are free. They've always been free. If you guys could have seen our first version of this course to what it is now, it is night and day. We've added just a tremendous amount of content and coaching and contracts and leads and just crazy stuff. And all of it has been free. So any updates that we do to this program will absolutely be 100% free with Surplus Fund Mastery. Okay? Marquette says, yeah. Patricia says, I can't wait. Patricia says, hi, I've been resurrected. Awesome, Patricia. Well, welcome back. I hope, that wouldn't be, that would not be good. Hopefully, that's funny. Marquette says, yeah, awesome. Diane too. Awesome. You guys are excited about it. Cool. Perfect. Okay. Now, we're also going to be doing a free phone call giveaway. Once in a while I'll do this, and I haven't done it in a long time because I've just been so busy. I was coaching. To be honest with you guys, I was coaching. I was gone for I wasn't gone. I was still working, but I wasn't as focused as I usually am for the last 3-4 months because, again, I was coaching and I had a bunch of other things going on. But now that I'm back and the season's over and we won, okay, I can get back and I can focus. And I want to spend some time with you guys, Surplus Warriors, on the phone, just talking to you guys and kind of figuring out where you guys are struggling at and where you guys are being successful at, and then giving you guys one-on-one coaching because I know that's a point that a lot of you guys want. So I'm actually going to be doing free phone calls for anybody that wants one that enters into the competition. Now, the cool thing is that if you enter the competition, you automatically win. Okay? But Rogelio says, congratulations on your win. Thank you, Rogelio. I appreciate it, my man. But in order to win, I am going to ask you one thing, because this phone call is only for true Surplus Warriors. And true Surplus Warriors are like Jack here, okay? And Russell and all these guys right here, okay? True Surplus Warriors, they wear their Surplus Warrior gear, okay? And so because of that, in order to win a phone call, all you have to do is do this, okay? Number one, you got to post a picture of you wearing your Surplus Warrior gear. Now, if you have a Surplus Warrior shirt, that counts. If you have a... Just some of my Surplus Warrior gears. If you have a... which one is this here? Boom, if you have a Deal Closer shirt, okay? If you want to post a picture of your Deal Closer shirt, that counts. You can post that, okay? This might be just a Surplus... Oh, no, if you have a Mothman shirt, if you have a No Moth shirt, okay, if you want to post a picture of that, that counts. Okay, if you have a Surplus Warrior hoodie, I don't have one with me. You can post that. Whatever you want to post, it doesn't matter. Okay, as long as it's Surplus Warrior. Okay, number one, post that on social media. Number two, tag me. Okay, at Spencer J Van, especially if you post it on Instagram, because I'll probably repost it. Okay, and then number three is once you've posted it, email my support team at help@surplusfund.com and send us the link to the post, and I will happily hop on a 20-minute call with you. Again, I want to see kind of what you're struggling with, what you're succeeding with, how I can be of service to you, how I can create new content, how we can build new content and new, put together new videos and new modules to really help you guys succeed. And then of course help you guys as much as possible. So with that being said, guys, again, all you got to do to win a free phone call with me is be a true Surplus Warrior like all these awesome people here. Okay. Post a picture on social media wearing your Surplus Warrior gear. Tag me, email us the link at help@surplusfund.com, and I will personally hop on a 20-minute call with you. If you guys have talked to Christian before, or David, or all those awesome people, that's great. They're all awesome, but I rarely do phone calls with people, and so I would love to hop on a call with some of you guys and help you guys out. And everyone that posts before Sunday, this Sunday coming up to, what would that be, 22, I think, the 22nd. I don't know exactly what day it is. But this Sunday at midnight PST, if you post before that, you will win a call, and I will call you next week. Okay, and we'll schedule out a time. Okay? And again, this is only for people that post a picture of them wearing Surplus Warrior gear. Okay? Because, quite frankly, I only want to talk to true Surplus Warriors because you guys are my people. You guys are my family. Okay? So again, boom. There you go. Those are the rules right there. Post a picture. Okay? Tag me. It doesn't matter what, you can post it on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I don't have a Twitter, so probably don't post it there, but wherever you want. And then email our support and send us a link so we can check it out. And then I'll hop on a 20-minute call with you. And everyone that posts before midnight Sunday will win a call. Okay, so that is, let's check out some of the chat here. Rogelio, awesome news. Great to hear. Diane says, yes. Rogelio says, congrats on your win. Thank you, Rogelio. Valerie says, I can attest to all of the amazing upgrades since the first generation. Thanks, Valerie. It's funny, Valerie, like you've been here for a while, but I don't think that you were even in the first generation. I think you were like in the second or third generation. Like the first generation, it wasn't bad, but it was just not, compared to what we have today, it was very bad. Okay. What we have today is, in my opinion, it's the best on the market. I don't think anyone even comes close. But anyways, Frank says, great stuff. Thanks, Spencer. Awesome, Frank. Laverne says, please say it again. Well, there you go, Laverne. Those are the directions on how to win a phone call with yours truly. And we can go over your business, how to fix whatever it is you're struggling with, how to go out and get your first deal, how to get your second deal, how to get your 10th deal, whatever it is. Plus, I got some questions to ask you to figure out how to make my program better. It's a win-win call for everybody. Okay? Now, I do have one final announcement. And honestly, you guys said you guys got my emails, but I really don't think you did, because I always send myself a test email, and I didn't, like, none of my 8 email accounts got it. So I don't think you guys did. But here's the deal. If you guys want me to do this extra announcement tonight, I will. I was hoping we'd have like 150, 200 people on here, but my email to my 30,000 people didn't work. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But if you guys want me to, I can still make the announcement, or we can just move on to Q&A and I can just make the announcement later in the video. If you guys want me to make the announcement tonight, give me a 2. If you guys do not want me to make the announcement tonight, then give me a 1. Okay, if you want the announcement, give me a 2. If you do not want the announcement, give me a 1. And if we get nothing, then I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to just sit here and look at the camera, okay? So, and Frank says, what if you've not received your shirt yet? Well, that's not good, Frank. I would get the shirt. I would email our support. Laverne says 2, John 2, Rogelio 2. I'm not convinced though. There's 50 of you guys on here and like 5 people commented 2. Like that doesn't, I don't know. That's not really good enough for me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there we go. We're starting to get some more people. Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough. I'll do it since you guys are on here and you guys are asking me to do it. But before I do it, I ask, if you guys are on here right now and you guys are enjoying this, you guys are excited about this announcement, give me a like on the live stream. Okay, right now we have 11 likes. Let's see how many likes we can get. Okay, because I need it for my ego. My ego needs as many likes as I can possibly get. Patricia White really wants the announcement. Okay, we got 12 likes. Someone liked it. We're moving up, baby. We're moving up. 16. Oh, there we go. Okay, 16 likes. Can we get it to 25? Can we get half as many likes as we have viewers? I don't know if that's even possible. Natasha says thumbs up. 18 likes. All right. 21 likes. I received the shirt after 2 days of signing up. Yeah, Jamil, we've tried to make it as efficient as possible. Jamil really wants it. Awesome. Hopefully I'm saying that name right, by the way. I apologize. Slick Rick says like. Awesome. All right, you know what? I'll do it for you guys. All right, I'll do it for you guys. Since you guys are so excited about this, I will happily do it for you guys. I do not want to leave anybody wanting anything to be, I don't want anything left to be desired. Okay, so we will do the final announcement tonight, even though the emails did not go out. It is what it is. I can always just send emails later. All right, it is what it is. But I appreciate you guys coming on here, so we will do the announcement. Okay, so the final announcement. Okay, by the way, real quick, before I do it, can anybody give me an idea? Does anyone have any idea? Like, I want to see like 3 or 4 guesses of what you guys think I'm about to announce. Because I don't think you guys have any idea. It's really going to be interesting. Okay, throw in your guesses. Throw in your guesses. The best guess wins a T-shirt. Okay, I'll send you a T-shirt, and then you can post that T-shirt if you get it before Sunday night, and you can potentially win a phone call with me, or not potentially. If you post it before, then you'll win one. All right, who's got a guess? Who's got a guess of what it is? Surplus Warrior 3 Comma Club. Damn, he thinks we have someone that's done $1 billion in deals. That'd be pretty cool if we did. Bring on a new coach. He says new coach. A new course. She says a new course. Shirley's close. It's not a new course though, but she's close. Some type of VA service for surplus funds. That'd be interesting. I think my favorite one's the 3 Comma Club though so far. That'd be kind of cool, man. Just $1 billion award. I think Rick would probably be the closest to that. I don't think he's even gotten close though. I think he's probably at like, I'd have to ask him. I don't know how much money he's recovered. Probably 20 million. I really have no idea. I could be so far off with that. I don't know. 2 Comma Club. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. We already have like at least 2 or 3 people that have gotten in the 2 Comma Club. I just haven't even made the award yet. Like, I'm so far behind, honestly. Because we have the 100K club, we have the 10K club, and then again, we probably have 2 or 3 people that are in the 2 Comma Club, but I haven't had the time to design the award, so I've been busy. Laverne says all states course. I mean, Laverne, our course is already all states, so that would be kind of a lackluster announcement. I'm gonna announce something that we already have. Jamil says a new program. No, I'm not gonna announce a new program. I'm not gonna announce a new program. You're kind of on the right way though. It's not exactly right, but you're close. Brent says new module. No, you already talked about the new modules. That's not the announcement. One-on-one consulting. How much would you guys pay for one-on-one consulting? Like, I'm just curious. Because I just don't, there's just so many of you guys, and I just don't, I don't know. I don't know if I want to, I don't know if I want to do that. You're going to come to Florida to teach. That'd be kind of a crazy announcement. I'm coming to Florida specifically to teach. A VIP announcement. Kind of, I guess. More attorneys. All right, I think I've had enough fun with you guys. So, what international unclaimed funds? Ooh. That is actually a thing. International unclaimed property is actually a thing. Title company accounts. How many hours? That's a good question for the one-on-one consulting. I don't know. That's why we haven't done one-on-one consulting, because there's just like, it's just I don't know. It's just silly. It just doesn't. There's just too many of you guys. Too many of you guys to do one-on-one consulting and do it well. Anyways, all right, guys. I think we're ready. I think I've led you guys on enough with this announcement. Okay. So if I can get a drum roll, please, for the announcement, or a virtual drum roll. The announcement is we are launching a new free training. Okay. Now, I know you guys probably all came through our webinar and all that, and that's all great and fine. And that's the same webinar is still going to be there. But this is a completely different free training. And it's actually live right now. You guys can actually go and watch it right now. I mean, look how excited this kid is about this, this announcement. And because of that, you're probably wondering, well, what's this free training about? And the theme of the free training, the name of the free training is how we went from closing only 1 to 2 deals per month to closing over 10 to 15 deals per month. So I am beyond excited about it because I know, as we talked about earlier, a ton of you guys are stuck at that 1 deal per month, 2 deals per month. And this free training not only covers surplus funds, but it also covers other real estate niches as well. So it's how to go from 1 to 2 deals per month to closing 10 to 15 deals per month. As you guys know, not only have me and David have gotten to that point and beyond that, but we have a ton of students that have absolutely killed it. And like Rick, we talked about Rick earlier, doing like 100, 200,000, I think he's doing $100, $120,000 a month right now with his business. We've got a ton of students right now doing, not necessarily that much, but doing really, really, really well. So what we did was we created a free training for everyone that's going to be teaching exactly how we went from closing only 1 to 2 deals per month to closing over 10 to 15 deals per month, okay? And real quick, I'm about to drop the link. I'm about to drop the link here, but give me a 2 if you guys want me to drop the link. If you guys do not want the link, then I will not drop the link. But give me a 2 if you guys want me to drop the link while I drink some water because I'm losing my voice here. All right. I have a couple 2s. It doesn't really seem like you guys are that interested though. I have 3 people that put 2s, and one of them put it 3 times. Oh, there we go. Rogelio. Brian really wants the free training. That's funny. Kevin says W. Kristen says 2. Natasha 2. K. I don't know who K is, but K. Okay, cool. Awesome. So guys, unlike the webinar, there's not set times. You just click the button and then you can just watch it right away. I'm not like gonna like, I know like sometimes you hop on like these free trainings and like people will tell you like their life story for like 6 hours and like I don't think I have time for that, and I don't think you guys have time for that. So it's just right to the point. But all right, guys. All right. With that being said, then I will go ahead and drop the link. Let me pull it up here. I will post it in the comments. Okay. So the link for how we went from closing only 1 to 2 deals per month to closing over 10 to 15 deals per month is scale.surplusfund.com. Okay. Let me post the link right there in the comments. It's scale.surplusfund.com. And that way you guys can go and you guys can check that out. And you guys can see exactly how we went from closing only 1 to 2 deals per month to closing over 10 to 15 deals per month. Again, scale.surplusfundmastery.com. It's in the chat section. It is in the, can I put it in the, okay, I cannot put it in the description, but I'll put it in the description later, okay? It is in YouTube new streaming thing is really throwing me off. But it's in the chat, and it's right there, scale.surplusfundmastery.com. And you guys can check out the free training. Dre, it would be very, very, very silly, Dre, if I told you it was a free training and it wasn't free. It's absolutely free. It's a free training, but you have to pay for it. No, it's free. There's no. That's funny. There's no charge. Okay. So again, just for a recap, you guys that hopped on a little bit later, or didn't see everything. Okay, so we have a bankruptcy fund module coming out in Surplus Fund Mastery that'll be releasing very, very soon. My guess is the next 30 days. Okay. Module 1 plus Module 6, those updated modules. Well, Module 1 will be updated. Module 6 will have brand new content. It'll be officially live. That comes out on Friday at midnight. Okay. One-on-one call giveaway. If you want to hop on the phone and talk to me, not click the button, but post a picture wearing your Surplus Warrior gear, whether it's No Moth gear, whether it's Deal Closer gear, whether it's the Surplus Warrior shirt, hoodie, whatever. Post a picture wearing that, and we can hop on there. And if you want to check out the new free training, it is live right now at scale.surplusfund.com. And with that being said, I'm here to answer questions for you guys if you guys have questions. I don't know if you guys do or not, but I'm here. I'm here to answer as many questions as you guys can. Is the free training free? I certainly hope it's free. That'd be very, very silly if it wasn't. Dre says LOL. Valerie says, need this. Got to devote this weekend to these new modules and new training. Awesome, Valerie. I think you're going to love it. We've worked really, really hard on it. Any questions, guys? Again, guys, I'll be on here as long as you guys want me to, answering questions. I know I don't do this very often, so if you guys want me to hop on here for 5 seconds and do questions, or 5 hours, I'll do questions. It doesn't matter. Natasha gives me a thumbs up. Well, thanks, Natasha. Hopefully you've been doing well. Slick Rick says, awesome. Thanks, Slick Rick. You the man, Spencer. Thanks, man. Did you complete the Jordan Belfort paid for training? No. I've read his book, The Way of the Wolf, which I really, really, really recommend. It's a fantastic sales book. In fact, that and then the other sales book that's really, really, really good is Spin Selling. Those are my 2 favorite sales books. But I've never done the paid training, no. Rohila says, what about the leads? Yes, Rohila, thank you for bringing that up. Let me find your original. Rohila, if you wouldn't mind, just because there's a lot of chat, can you just retype your original question? Because I completely forgot what your question was in regards to. Psycho-Cybernetics, yeah, that's definitely number 1 too. That's probably my favorite self-development book. I don't really like Think and Grow Rich, to be honest with you, Brian, because it's just a little bit like, it's too much theory for me. It's like a little bit out there, you know? And I don't really, like Psycho-Cybernetics is just like, it's very to the point. Patricia's on my way to watch the free training. Awesome, Patricia. Getting tax lien surplus leads. Well, Rogelio, honestly, Rogelio, I think you'd be better off emailing myself and David, and I don't really want to reveal how we get leads on a public live stream. I feel like that that would kind of not be the best thing in the world for anybody doing business with those leads. So any good sites for downloading binaural beats? Honestly, Sydney, yeah, I just use YouTube, honestly. Like, I'll show you my favorite one. This is you guys like wonder what, do you guys know who Alex Becker is? He's got like his famous, it's not really famous, but it's like his famous Alex Becker focus beat. And it's just this beat right here. If you guys want to see this here, boom. It's this one right here. So I just look up like Magnetic Minds. This channel is really, really good. And look up focus. And then that way you're good. So, but yeah. Binaural beats on YouTube is all I really use. I don't really see the point to doing a bunch of like downloading on websites and all that. It's just unnecessary. Scope Jarrett says Rich Dad Poor Dad. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a good book. I mean, it's a really good fundamental book, right? It's really good on building up cash flow and the idea of getting out of the rat race and all that. I think that's great. Thank you for answering my question, Spencer. I was wondering how we can organize Podio if we have over 500 leads. Dude, that is a great question. I'm going to be honest with you, I am the worst person to answer that question because I do not use Podio. David uses Podio. It's his CRM. So I don't know the first thing about Podio, which is I would just ask David. So if I were you, dude, I would just post that question in the Facebook group, and David will happily get back to you because I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. Frank says, yeah, a long time ago he created an email sequence funnel that made a lot of money. You're talking about, what are you talking about, Frank? Jordan Belfort? Jordan Belfort is he's a smart guy. He's a little bit questionable though, sometimes with his morals. I think we can all agree on that. Do any of your clients successfully operate a wholesale business and surplus funds? Yeah, some of them do. I don't really recommend it though, because you're like, the problem is when you do that is you're splitting your focus. And like, it's really hard to do that at scale. Like, yeah, there's people that do that get 1 to 2 deals a month, but you can't do that at scale. And the reason why is because when you're at scale, right, you're basically, you have 24 hours, okay? And if you figure like, okay, that's not 8 hours. Oh, figure like 8 of those hours are like sleeping, right? And then you probably have like 2 or 3 hours that's like, just call it 3 hours or call it 2 hours. Okay, that's like, eating and using the restroom and like all the basic human stuff, driving and all that stuff. So you're left with basically 14 hours that you can potentially work. And you're not going to work, most people don't work 14 hours a day. But let's say you worked like 10 hours a day, okay? And that's a lot, right? So if you're working on one business, like you're going to move really, really fast. But then let's say you're splitting that into 2 different, now you're only working 5 hours a day. And that's if you're working 10 hours a day. That's if you split it, into wholesaling and into surplus funds. So it's really hard to do this at scale. And then you got to think about too, like when you're building a business and you're bringing on, salespeople, for instance. Let's say you have a team of 5 people. Well, that means not only you have to train them in surplus funds, but then you also have to train them in wholesaling. And like, that's just a gigantic pain in the neck. So I would highly recommend that you pick one and operate one. I mean, you can definitely do 1 to 2 deals or 1 to even 3 deals doing both. But in order to get to 10 plus deals, you have to pick one. Like you absolutely have to pick one. And I would choose surplus funds, obviously. Now, I'm a little bit biased, but you can do either one. It really doesn't matter, to be honest with you. I mean, it does from a sense of there's a lot more competition with wholesaling, but it's still possible. You just have to have a little bit more money to invest in it. And you have to be a little bit better of a business person because of the fact that it's so competitive. So, yeah. Anyway, what else do we have here? Brian says, anything change with your daily SOP? Actually, yes. Yes, I have. I can show that to you if you'd like me to. I've actually become less extreme because of a couple things. So number one is I got to a point where I was like really, really, really sleep deprived because I was disciplined in waking up early, but I was undisciplined in going to bed on time. So my current SOP is this right here. So I wake up at 6 to 6:30, and then I do my what's called Egoscue. So I highly, and this is just free advertising. Egoscue is if you guys have back pain or posture issues or anything like that, highly, highly, highly recommend you guys check these guys out, egoscue.com. I'm not getting anything for this. I didn't even plan on talking about this. But I go to their place like 2-3 times a month. They give you kind of a routine, and it really helps with your posture and your back pain. There's a point. I love basketball, and it's one of my favorite things to do, but I literally could not play basketball because my back just hurt that bad. Like, I was just in extreme pain all the time. And it was just not good. So I do that. That kind of sets my posture up, gets me going for the day. Then I go through my regular morning SOP. Then I drive to the office. I work from 8 to 2, usually 2 to 3. And sometimes I'll work at home too. Like this morning I worked at home. But I start work at 8. And then again, about 2 to 3 is when I'm done. In that time, I'll drink a green juice and 2 Heels. That hasn't changed. Gym, lunch, I still eat the exact same thing. Black beans, brown rice, and grilled chicken. I don't know why. My brain just kind of froze right there. And then from 5 to 7 is when I do my kind of fun work, my lighter work. I check emails and all that stuff. So that's the only thing that's really changed. Honestly, everything else is pretty much the same. So, yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's see here. Valerie says, no questions right now. We'll touch base after I watch the new content. Of course, Valerie. Have a good time enjoying the content. Dre, do you do one-on-one training besides the t-shirt showings? I mean, Dre, dude, we've been asked this. I think there's such a demand for it. We've been asked so much to do one-on-one coaching. And we could do it, but here's the problem. In order for us to make it good, we would have to charge a lot of money. And because we have to charge a lot of money, we would also, not only have to charge a lot of money, but we'd have to limit the amount of people that we're helping because, obviously I don't have unlimited hours a day. David does not have unlimited hours a day. Our coaches don't have unlimited hours a day. So we would have to charge a lot, and we would have to limit the amount of people, which actually have to make us charge more for it to be worth our time. So, I mean, we could definitely do something like that, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's even worth it. Like, I feel like we do like 4 or 5 coaching calls a week anyways with Surplus Fund Mastery. I don't think you need one-on-one coaching, But who knows? Maybe one day we will. Jared says, I'm trying to get my list for state funds as my action step, and I'm in New Jersey. They sent me to a form to request public records, but it's asking me what department. Is it the Treasury? Yeah, so I can actually look it up for you if you'd like me to. It might be under like the unclaimed property department, unless it gives you an option otherwise. Like if it's giving you multiple choice options, then it's probably under the Treasury because, yeah, so check and see, because for New Jersey, the main thing is New Jersey Treasury, so it's going to be under that if it does not have this, which is unclaimed property administration. So if it has that, obviously go with that. But if it's just the Treasury, then it would be definitely for that because it's literally the website's New Jersey Treasury. So I would check that out. But honestly, dude, I would be wary of New Jersey because they're not the greatest state to work in, to be honest with you. New Jersey and New York are kind of a pain in the ass. I would just look at other states. Not that you can't do it there, but it's just annoying. It's kind of annoying. Brandon says, you can definitely make more money with surplus funds faster than wholesaling, easier process too. I agree, Brandon. I 100% agree with you. I don't want to be like super biased, even though I am. I'm trying to be unbiased. It's possible to do either way. I think in the current market, with the way that wholesaling is right now, it's definitely easier to do it with surplus funds. But hey man, that's just for us, I suppose. Sydney says, that's fair. Thanks for the feedback. Of course, Sydney, happy to help. Rogelio, I just finished reading Way of the Wolf. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the book, Rogelio. Glad you enjoyed the book. Brian says, heard, thanks. Dre says, makes sense. Same. Looking in New Jersey as well. Yeah, guys, I mean, New Jersey can work. I'm not anti-New Jersey. I think there's better states. That's all I'm trying to say. I guess look at this. Everyone's trying to get a New Jersey done. What type of marketing budget do we need for a surplus fund business? Well, how much money do you want to make? How big do you want to grow your business? Sydney. Because I'll give you an example here, like Rick, he has, and I don't know the exact number. I'm not Rick, but he has like 5 to 6 or 7 salespeople that work for him, and they all get paid a commission. I don't even know the numbers on the commission and all that, so I'm not going to try to, plus it's not really my right to go and talk about his numbers, but He spends a good amount of money hiring those people, obviously gives them a commission. But because of that, he's able to do $100,000 a month, $120,000 a month, right? So, how big do you want to grow your business? Jared says, have you started state funds? At Brian, are you in the Facebook group? Frank, working state funds, and the state requires a PI license, yet we're on the opposite coasts of each other, Oregon, Massachusetts. Would you just to contract a PI license in the state and have him process all the claims? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Contacting a private investigator in that state and just having them process the contracts. That's not bad. The only thing you'd have to look into doing that is it legal for you to make cold calls without a private investigator license? I know from being a real estate agent, at least in California, unlicensed people can't even do like marketing for real estate agents, which is really silly. But yeah, so you'd have to look into that. But that or pick a better state. Always a good option. There's plenty of very good states. Jared says, you rock. I don't know if that was directed to me, but if it was, I appreciate it, Jared. Brian says, yeah, I just started at Scope Marketing at Jared. Diana, Florida, you need a PI license. Yeah, Florida is, I can tell you this, Florida is like the worst state to do state funds in. It is the biggest pain in the ass of all time. Like you have to like literally be like a lawyer to do it. Like it's just stupid. But if you can do it there, then you have a massive advantage because there's going to be basically no competition. So yeah, Florida's not a fun state either. I live in New Jersey. Should I look elsewhere? What reasons are they a pain? Well, a couple reasons. First of all is when you're looking at doing a state, Jared, like when you're looking at states to choose with, specifically with state funds, okay? So we'll put states. Okay. Number one is you're looking for leads, okay? And what makes a state good is that they have a downloadable or something where you can see a big list of leads. It doesn't necessarily have to be a download. Like some states, they send you a CD, like they're in the Stone Ages. I don't know, okay? But you want to have a big list, okay? And then that it has the amount owed, okay? So to give you an example of this, California, you can go on their website and you can download a spreadsheet of people owed over $100. And then it has the exact amount. So say, hey, Jared is owed $5,000. And that's really important. Okay. Some states, they just say, hey, this guy's owed over 100. It doesn't tell you how much, which makes running a business kind of difficult because then you don't know who to call and who not to call. And then downloadable, because some states, they may tell you how much they're owed, but then you have to go through and manually search like each name, and you don't get a list. You have to go and search for names. So that's kind of silly too. Still works, but just more of a pain in the ass. Okay. So you're looking for that. That's number one. Number two is looking for the legalities, the laws behind it. Okay. So one thing that we really look for, like the reason why New York is a big pain in the ass is because they require a gigantic disclaimer on their contract for state funds. At least they did last time I looked at this, which was about 6 months ago. So I doubt it's changed, but please double check me. But they require a huge disclaimer in New York. That's like, it's like your contract, and then it's like this gigantic disclaimer, and then your contract, and it's like the disclaimer's like, you can go and do this on this website for free. And it's like, probably not going to work very well. So that's number two. Okay. You want to see what they require in their contracts and, basically like what it takes to be successful there. Did I mean to zoom out like that? Okay. And then the last thing is, as well as how soon you can reclaim property. So there's some states where you have to wait, many states you have to wait 12 to 24 months to when it's initially reported to the state before you can actually go and recover it, okay, for someone and charge a fee for it, okay? And then kind of the third thing is, and this is just kind of my opinion on it. Well, actually, I guess 2.5. Let me just make this number 3. Number 3 is how much you can charge percentage-wise. There are some states where there's no cap for state funds. They're very, very rare. Most states have a cap. Okay, most states have a cap of about 10%. Some states, I believe New York is 15%, but I might be wrong with that. There's some states that go up to 20%. I believe, and I might be wrong with this, Arizona is like 30% or something like that. And again, I might be wrong with that, okay? But there's some states a little higher, some states a little lower. It doesn't matter that much, but you want to know how much you can make, okay? This, in my opinion, as long as you can get at least 10%, is less important than the first two, because if you can't even write a contract there that doesn't have a giant disclaimer and you can't even see leads, then it doesn't really matter what percentage you can make, right? This is like, I have the most sensitive mouse when it comes to zooming in. The last thing I would say that's really important is, and this is kind of going to be backwards to you guys, but the difficulty in operating. Okay. So how difficult is it to work in that particular state? For instance, California is very, very easy. Like, you have to have a investigator license, but what that means is you fill out a form and send it in, and then they give you a license. Okay. It takes like 5-10 minutes. So it's a pretty easy state to operate in. Alaska, I've heard that's a pretty easy to operate in. I heard recently, I think it was Patricia actually that said that's changed a little bit. Wisconsin, there's several states that are easy to work in. Then there's states that are a little bit harder to work in. Like, I know Texas is a little bit more difficult. Okay, then there's states that are just completely ridiculous, like Florida. Okay, where you literally have to be like a certified accountant or a lawyer to do deals there. And if you're like me, this is actually where you want to go. You actually want to go into Florida because no one else is doing that. Everyone else is going with the easy states. Everyone else is going, well, oh, let me just jump in California real quick. Let me jump in Alaska. Let me jump in this state that are really easy. And they're ignoring the harder states. And for good reason. Like, obviously, being a lawyer is kind of a big requirement to do state funds. Like, it's pretty silly, right? When other states don't require anything. But at the same time, you got to look at it like, if 100 people are in this race and 90 of them are going this way, then you can be one of the few people that's actually going this way. So you're going to have a lot less competition. So you can actually look at it either way. But those are kind of the 4 things that make a state good or bad. Are the leads, like, how good are the leads? Can you download them? Can you get them quickly? Can you get a list of them? Do they show the exact amount? Legality, okay? Is it legal? I mean, it's basically, as far as I know, it's legal to do state funds in every state with the exception of a couple. But how long do I have to wait? What do I have to have on my contract? That kind of side of it. How much can I charge? That's number 3. And then number 4 is the difficulty of getting started there. What do I need to have? So that's what I look at. I might be missing something, but I think that's pretty much it. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys. Let me jump right back in here. All right, let's see here. Brian, I literally deleted my Facebook and stay off social media to stay focused. However, I just created a Facebook again for the only purpose of the group. I'll be joining after this call. Awesome, Brian. Welcome to the group. Dre, can you name all of the good states for state funds? I can't because I do not know them off the top of my head. But Dre, what I can do for you, man, is if you're in the program, just literally, have you guys seen our new members area? For these guys that are not in the program, if you go bonus resources, and you go to what is it? Marketing and lead resources, and then you pass this quiz, and you pass. Okay, let me just. I've locked myself out of my own stuff. That's funny. Make sure you do the videos before you do this. I've locked this away. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh. This demo has gone horribly wrong. Let me make sure I can actually show you this before I hold on. All right. Actually, you know what? I have it in the Facebook group because I just looked at it. Anyway, if you go to the bonus resources and you log in to Service Mastery, you go to the bonus resources, you'll be taken to, you can find a bonus that's called a lead stash, a surplus word lead stash. And basically, I just sent it to my guy George the other day. Here it is. Basically, it looks like this. And you can come on here and you can find out all the information about all 50 states. So I would just come on here and do that. And it has whether they're good or bad. So I would just do that. Versus me sitting here and listing states that are good that I don't even know which ones are good on the top of my head because they changed. So yes, hopefully that helps. What's the best state to work in? I think I just answered that question. Have you started week 3? Great idea, Brian. Yeah, honestly, staying off social media is... actually, I'm glad you brought this up. So I'm doing a phone cleanse right now. So I don't have a phone. This is the only thing I'm using right now. It's an iPod. I actually went out and bought this. It was like $100. When was the last time you guys saw an iPod, right? It's been like years since I've seen an iPod. But I went out, I bought an iPod, And I don't have text set up with this. I don't have phone calls. So literally nobody can get a hold of me. And it's the greatest thing in the world, okay? All I have is email. People can email me and I check it when I want to check it. But I can actually focus and get things done. So, yeah. Nancy says, you're so cool. Thank you, Spencer, for this free training. Nancy, I'm happy to be of assistance. I'm glad you think I'm so cool. I don't know if everybody would agree with that, but I do my best. I do my best. Let's see here. Brian, top 3 states, Spencer. All right, so this seems like this is coming up a lot, so I'll give you guys a brief explanation because I want to answer your guys' questions to the best of my ability here. Yeah, so basically, what I would recommend if you're brand new, like you're brand new, okay, meaning you've done like 0 deals, okay, 0 to 2 deals ever, okay, for surplus funds or state funds or anything, okay, that means you're brand new. If you're brand new, I would recommend California, Alaska, but look into that one because it may have changed, okay. I would recommend Wisconsin, okay. Let me pull up my list again and see which ones. Let's see here. Which ones do we usually say are pretty good? Just from looking at this information here. Ohio looks okay, but I haven't seen a ton of people do deals there, so I don't really want to recommend that. Nevada, I've been interested in Nevada. Let me check out this website right here and see how this is. So in Nevada, like for instance, I just pulled up the legal document here for Nevada for state or for unclaimed property for state funds. So, okay, requires an agreement between, obviously the agreement by an owner, the primary purpose, which is locate, deliver, must be 24 months after it's reported, okay? You can take 10%. Okay, cool. So it looks like it's 24 months, 10%. And you can buy a list for $25 for Nevada. So I would do that. That seems pretty good. And I don't think you have to register, although I may be wrong with that one. So Nevada looks pretty good. Let's see here. I don't know. It's probably more of a question for David because he's working more and more in terms of actual like states with state funds with what states you guys are having success with. So I don't want to say, but I would start with those 3: California, Nevada, or Wisconsin. Pennsylvania charges $300. Yeah, I've heard Pennsylvania can be good too, but yeah, I've also heard they do charge kind of a lot. So I think I messaged myself to Pennsylvania as well, but they do charge a little bit more than some of the other states do. All right, let's see here. I meant name the best states to do funds in. Yeah, again, I think I just did that. Those 5, I would say. For state funds, if you're brand new, it would be those. But honestly, again, there's not really a best state. It's just kind of best for what you're currently doing. So if you're a beginner, I think those are the best states. But then as you progress, like you kind of want to have those barriers to entry. Like that's why I'm like Florida is still good, even though it's a pain in the ass to set up. Like once you get set up, you're gonna have very, very little competition. Did you mention that the surplus leads are for all 50 states? Yeah, the lead stash has all 50 states on there. And we have a lead stash for tax funds and mortgage funds as well. Can we get the form, Spencer, for California? Yeah, Diane, just if you wouldn't mind, shoot me or shoot my team an email, help@surplusfund.com, and I'll make sure that it gets forwarded over to you. Dre says thanks. Hi, Spencer. My mom is going to lose her home in a year. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. For taxes and I'm disabled. How can I get started? Well, geez, man. I mean, that's a tough situation. You know, I would I'll start with trying to help your mom out. I mean, I don't really know where to start with that in terms of starting to get deals. You know, yeah, I mean, I would start with state funds. I always recommend state funds first. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Brian, I am a supervisor currently at my office job in my cubicle, monitoring chats for my teams and privately watching this. No excuses. I love it, Brian. Brian's a killer, man. Brian's out here killing this thing. What about Ohio? Ohio might be good. I don't know Ohio that well for state funds, but I believe Adrian did some surplus fund deals in Cleveland. I might be wrong with. It might have been. Yeah, I think it was Cleveland. I don't know. I don't think he's on here. Otherwise, I would. But I would ask him. But if he is on here, then please let us know where that Ohio deal was. If you did one in Ohio, maybe I'm completely forgetting. Wisconsin charges for their CD, I believe. Yes, but it's like $6, so it's not that big of a deal. Alaska took their list off their website. They did, Patricia. I know they're very annoying, but I think you can still email them and get it though if you just talk to them. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm not making excuses. I want to save our house. Oh, I'm not. I don't think anyone's saying that you're making excuses. I don't think you're making excuses at all. I think you should absolutely be focused on helping your mom out as much as possible. Frank says, I have the Alaska list. Thanks, Pat. Well, yeah, thanks, Pat. Pat's awesome. I actually talked to Pat on the phone. I think it was last week we spoke, Pat. Pat's out there killing it as always. Seems like we asking the same questions because the message is delayed. Yeah, does seem like everyone's asking the same questions. Call the county and see if you can work out a payment plan. Yeah, but you gotta understand, Kay, is like their house hasn't even gone to foreclosure yet. I don't think he's like wanting it to go to foreclosure and then to reclaim the money. I think he just wants to save it from going to foreclosure. So, I don't know. I have an Alaska list from a few weeks ago, but it was removed from the website, I heard, due to fraudulent claims. Yeah, I know. There's a bunch of people on there that like fraudulently. That's the thing, man, about our industry is, unfortunately, there's people that teach what we teach very, very fraudulently, and they teach the wrong way to do it. And yeah, and it leads to stuff like this happening. So it's very unfortunate that happened with Alaska, but it is what it is. Diane, thanks so much. You're the best. Well, thanks, Diane. I don't think I'm the best. I think David's the best, but I know David's out here listening to this somewhere right now. He's at the park with his kids listening to this. So David, you are the best. David, you're the engine that turns this car. So shout out to David. I'm happily the second best. Not directed to you at Basic Hustler. Sorry if it came off like that. I don't know what that's in reference to. I got my first state fund deal the other day. Oh, congratulations, dude. Awesome job, man. I'm really proud of you, actually. That's awesome. Pat, please message me if I can help. Well, I think Pat has the leads, though, Frank. I don't think she's missing the leads. Basic, how much is your course? Brian, no problem. Yes. Well, my course for Service Fund Mastery is $19.97, and that's the webinar pricing. Or we do 5 payments of $597. So yeah, that's how much our course is. But I'm not selling it on here. I don't like all my competitors, like their entire business plan is like, let's just like post YouTube videos and sell courses, and like I don't really need to do that. I just my game plan is just to make my course the best, and then the better product will always win. So that's kind of the plan. And that's why David's the best, because David's the one that makes the course the best. It's not me. And Frank agrees with me, so appreciate it. Jared says that Brian and them should connect. Absolutely, guys. You guys should always be trying to network and meet people and all that. Like, it's always good. All right, guys, any other questions here? Brian, I'll be down for it. Message through Facebook. Even we can easily jump on a call sometimes. Awesome. David and you are both awesome. Well, thanks, Patricia. I try to be awesome. I'm like, if David's a 10 on the awesome scale, I'm probably like a 7. 7.5 is like pushing it. 7.5 is pushing it. It's funny, I just last week I did a 5-day juice fast. So I didn't eat for 5 days, and I just drank juice and water. And if you guys have ever done that, like, I don't know, my experience with it is always like the first 3 days are always really tough. And then after that, it gets a lot easier. Um, but David saw this, and that's how cool David is. David saw this and he was like, yo, I want to do it. So then he bought the same fast, and now he's just finishing it up right now. So highly recommend it, guys. Nectar 5-day juice cleanse. Very, very tough. Keeps you disciplined. So yeah. Wasteland Desolate says, are you pursuing foreclosure surplus in California? Sorry if this was asked. I just joined. Yeah, I mean, that's how we started our program, man. Like, we started originally with surplus funds in California. Like, that's how we made our name. But now we have that. We have surplus funds in all 50 states. We have state funds in all 50 states. Yeah. So we kind of have everything. And the cool thing is, like, there's other programs where, like, you have to pay. Like, there's a program where you have to pay for the surplus funds. You have to pay for the mortgage and then the tax and like, why would I do that? I'm just going to give it to all you guys. So if you guys join the program, I just give you everything. Again, I'm not trying to sell you that, but I'm just I don't know. I just feel like my goal is to make you successful. So why would I hold back information from you? That doesn't make any sense. Sorry if this is asked. I just joined. No worries, man. No worries. Wasteland Desolate. It's a very very daunting name right there. I'm a little nervous about that name. Brian says, sounds good. Talking to Jared. Brandon says, hey, Spencer, I emailed support. I want to get started ASAP. Could you do a split payment? Dude, our support's always going to be happy to work with you, man. I'm going to leave that to them. So I'm sure they will be happy to. Let's see what else we got here. Laverne says $6 for Wisconsin. Yep. Can you post a link one more time, please? Dre, which link would you like, Dre? I can give you any link you want. Except for, well, I can't give you any link you want, but I can give you a lot of links. So which link would you like, Dre? Laverne says you're a 10 too. Well, thanks, Laverne. I hope I am. What is your strategy for finding older foreclosure surplus leads in California? I don't. You don't want to do that, especially in California. You want to, if you're going to do Wasteland, if you're going to do foreclosure surplus fund deals, you want to, in California, you want to do within the last 6 months. If you want to do like older leads, I would just do state funds then, honestly, at that point, because you're going to be calling it, because I don't know, I think it's 2 years, and there you go, Laverne, I just dropped it for you. But I think it's 2 years, yeah, after the state funds if they're not reclaimed. So again, going after older ones doesn't really make sense. Brian says, signing off. Shout out to you, Spencer, and everyone on here who's active in the chat. Well, shout out to you, Brian. Have a good one, my friend. Take care. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Can you or David go a little deeper in HOA loans? I called the county in Florida. I had no luck. It's funny because we at one point we had some videos on HOA liens, and it's like there's so many different ways to make money with surplus funds that we haven't even talked about. And like we want to make content on all of them, but at the same time we don't want to confuse you guys, because I still think like the best way as a beginner to get started is to do state funds or tax funds or mortgage funds, or now bankruptcy funds is a really great way. But I think HOA liens it's a little bit more confusing. It's kind of added layers of complexity, and I think it's really, really good. It works really well, but I just want to make sure that that we're doing things correctly and that we're getting people results. And again, like Service from Mastery is, that program is helping you guys get from 1 to 5 deals a month with surplus funds. How to basically take your income to like 10, maybe max $15,000 a month. And we've had people, again, go to $100,000 a month. So it's not like it's, you're not allowed to go over 15,000, but like that's what it's designed to do. And so we want to make that as simple as possible. We don't want to because it's so easy to get analysis by paralysis. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, maybe in the future we did. Like I said, at one point we did, but we haven't recently talked about it just because of the complexity of it. Awesome, guys. Any more questions from you guys? I don't want to be on here if we're talking about the weather. I want to be on here for being productive. Does the California Foreclosure Consultant Act cause any issues? Yes. That's a really, really, really long and detailed explanation. I will give you the short version. You need an attorney in California to do surplus funds. And when I say surplus funds, I specifically mean foreclosure, foreclosure funds. Okay. So, yeah. If you're not doing if you're not working with an attorney, yes, you can become a foreclosure consultant in California, but like even though it's technically you're allowed to become one, like the chances of them actually approving you are basically nil. Because what happens is like you send in your application and it just sits on the desk forever. Like that's what happened to us. So yeah. We're gonna get surplus fund lists. Well, if you're in the program, we have our lead stash. You can just click the link and get the leads right there. And then also if you're in the program, you actually get surpluslist.com, which is our lead site for free for, I think it's 90 days for free. And that'll give you foreclosure leads in California for free. And we update that every 12 hours. So that's always good. Wasteland, how do you find out if the foreclosure surplus lead has any surplus at all if it's after the auction? It's a very, very, very good question. So it depends on the state. And every state works differently. I think you, if I remember correctly, you're talking about California. So I'm going to assume you're still in talks about California. California is a difficult state to know that in because California, the way things are set up, it's not very transparent. And you basically, unless you have very, very, very good lead sources, it's difficult to do it in California. However, there is a way to do it. What we've done is, like I said, we have surplus lists, so we're kind of spoiled because it makes it really easy, like literally, just to give you an example. And it's not going to load very fast because, I've been on here for streaming for the last hour, so I apologize, but let me log into my surplus list account real quick and just show you guys, why we're kind of spoiled in California because of this. And if you're in the program, then you have access to this as well. Oh man, yeah, my internet's gonna be pretty slow because I'm live streaming this. Give it a second though. Let's load this real quick. While we're waiting, any other questions? When will the bankruptcy module come out? Adrian, that's a great question. It's gonna come out soon, Adrian. I don't have an exact date yet for you. Our guess is though, Adrian, the next 30 days. That's our guess. Anyway, so if we look at Jan 1st to Jan 15th in California, and we look at already sold trustees deeds, and I'll let that search while I answer questions because it's going to take a second. But yeah, Adrian, it'll be, our plan is the next 30 days. We don't have an exact date yet for it. But the other modules, just to recap, Module 1, content drop, is coming on Friday. Module 6, content drop, is coming on Friday. And yeah, one-on-one call giveaways. We're doing that if you guys post a picture wearing our surplus warrior gear. And yeah, specific on what you're referring to. But anyways, to answer your question here, Wasteland, what we use for foreclosure surplus funds in California is we use our lead site surplus list. So see, it has the exact amount excess paid, $346,000, $14,000, $41,000. And then you can actually pull up the documents. So I'll bring up an example here. We can actually go through this live if you guys would like to. Uh-oh. Never mind. That is not working. Okay, we're going to have to... Oh, there it is. Boom. Okay. Had a short technical difficulty. Okay, so you can actually pull up the document and look at this. So if we come right here and we look, you'll see right here, where is the information? So see right here, the amount of the unpaid debt together with costs was $261,000. The amount paid by the grantee was $276,000. Okay, so that gives us an overage of what? 15,000 something, 14,000 something, which is what we have right here if we look at it. Again, you see we're looking at this one, 14,138. So that's how we're getting this information. We're literally pulling it direct from there. So, but if you're not going to do that, and if you're not in the program, unfortunately, we're not. It's not open to the public. Yeah, it's very, 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 very difficult to do it if you don't have that. It's virtually impossible unless you're in California. You go to the actual auctions. Bankruptcy. Well, Diane, honestly, I don't feel comfortable giving you advice on that yet because we're not. We haven't launched the full bankruptcy module yet, and I want to make sure that we have the best possible information before we go into that. So, if you'd like to, Diane, I know you're on the course. We actually had a coaching call. I believe it was February 3rd. But you can check out that coaching call. Let me double check the date on this one and make sure we are on. Oh, let me not switch my YouTube account though right now. It would not be good. Let's pull this up here. Bonus resources, coaching calls. So yeah, if you go to our coaching call replay section here and you look here, I believe David said it was this one right here, February 3rd, where they covered bankruptcy. So if you want to check that out, you can do that, and that'll give you hopefully a lot more in terms of advice. But I don't really want to give out information. Not that I'm anti giving out information, but I just think I don't want to be inaccurate with the information I'm giving out. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Dave did a really good job with video on bankruptcy this spring. Yeah, I think that's what we're referring to. So I would be checking that out. And you can email David too. I'm sure he's happy to help you as well. All right, guys. Any other questions? It seems like, again, we're kind of dying down here. If you guys enjoyed this stream, drop a like. If you guys liked it, I liked it. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Dragon Option says, would the trust deed be recorded with the county or would title? No. It's a very, very broad question. Would the trust deed be recorded with the county? It should be. Or would title no? Can you clarify what you're referring to? Like, you're talking about a trust deed, I'm assuming with foreclosure for mortgages, right? And I'm assuming are you referring to California or you're like, what state are you referring to? But as far as I know, yes, to both of those. And title should know. Although title's not perfect. You'd be surprised. Title is not perfect. How do you like working in the state of Georgia for overages? And what are your favorite states to work and why? It's funny. We had a group in Atlanta, I think, that was killing it for a while. And I don't remember who it was. That was maybe 6 to 8 months ago now. But they were doing deals in Georgia for a while, or at least they had a group there working out of there. And I think they liked it a lot. So I don't think Georgia's an issue. My favorite states to work in, again, it depends on what type of overage you're talking about, Pam. If you could clarify what you're referring to in terms of, are you referring to state funds, foreclosures, mortgages, taxes, bankruptcies? You know, what are you referring to in terms of state? I can't really give you a good state to work in if I don't know what niche you're talking about. Brandon says, last question, Spencer. If I can't do the split payment, would it be worth it to start Surplus Funds Lite? Is that still available? Yeah, you can. I mean, you can hop in Surplus Fund Mastery Lite. I'm going to be honest with you. It's really, we have module 1 in there, and then which is really important. It's the foundational module, but I would just talk to our support. I'm sure they're happy to work with you. You know, again, I mean, we have a payment plan of $597, so that's always an option. Patricia says, if our warriors are getting about 30% on MO in California, how much goes back to the attorney and the surplus fund list? So I got to check our agreement with, if you're going to use our attorney, I believe the attorney, and I actually, I do not want to answer that question because I don't know exactly what the amount is right now that our attorney charges. I want to say 10%, but I really don't know. So I don't want to sit here and say it's 10% and it's not. So I don't know exactly, but pretty sure it's 10%. But please double check. Just email Mona. Mona, our attorney, has a coaching call tomorrow, Patricia. So if you want to hop on there, it's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and ask her. I'm sure she'd be happy to help. Brandon says, appreciate everything, man. You're awesome. Well, thanks, Brandon. I appreciate it, man. I hope to see you in the program. Like I said, just reach out to our support. Again, sure they're happy to help. You can use PayPal credit If you don't want to do the payment plan, you get 6 months to pay it back, interest free. So that's always an option. Pam says tax sales or foreclosures. So for foreclosures, well, tax sales, I would say Florida is really, really good. We have a whole list actually of states that are good for taxes. I could bring that up real quick. So states that you can do taxes in that are good, I'm not going to list all of them, but Alabama, Alaska, although Alabama's like in the Stone Age, so Hawaii, Georgia, Florida, Delaware, DC, Connecticut, Idaho. I mean, there's like 25 plus states that you could do tax overages in that are good. So, I mean, as long as you're in one of those that I just listed, though, you should be okay. How can we reach you personally? I know you don't use your phone. By email, ? And what's turnaround for questions? So Dragon, nobody, I shouldn't say nobody. Like, I basically give my email to no one. Nobody has my email. No one's allowed to talk to me. Just because I'm so busy and I need to focus. But Dragon, if you have questions and you want me to answer them, just post them in the Facebook group and tag me and I'll answer them. Or if you want to get on a phone call with me, I'm actually doing a giveaway. If you post a picture of you wearing your Surplus Warrior gear on social media and you tag me, and then you email us the link at help@surplusfund.com, then I'll hop on a 20-minute call with you. So, yeah. Deborah says thanks. Well, thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Deborah. Any other questions, guys? Going once, going twice. Let's see here. Patricia, I will be on that call tomorrow with Mona. Thanks. Happy to help, Patricia. Dragon, you're very informative in CA foreclosure. Thank you, Dragon. I do my best. I don't really think I'm that informative, but I do my best. I do my best. Did Mona take over for Dawn on Thursday? Yes, Mona took over for Dawn on Thursday. We had some requests to have our attorney come on there, so. Any other questions, guys? Going once, going twice. Going once, going twice. San Clemente. We'll play basketball. I'll ball you guys up. Had trouble with clarity on mini course. Can I still get a replay and still get the course? Lynn, can you clarify exactly what you mean? Because I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Are you by yourself or using VAs? Dragon, we have a team of, how many? We have me, David, Rick, Mona. We probably have about 9 people on our team, Dragon. And some of those are full-time, some of those are not, but I mean, most of our coaches are, they just do the coaching calls and they answer questions, so they're not full-time. Like Rick's obviously, he does his own thing. But yeah, we have a whole support team and then, yeah, so. So no, to answer your question, no, I'm not by myself. I'm not by myself. Awesome, guys. Any other questions? Going once, going twice, and we're going to truly wrap it up here because it's been quite the day so far for me and probably for you too. $67 state surplus. Oh, that's the Surplus and Mastery Late program. Yeah. I'm sure you can still get it. I don't see why not. I was wondering if you turned your surplus fund business on autopilot. Yeah, it's funny, dude. Like, that's what this free training is going to be about. And that's what Module 6 is going to be about in Surplus Fund Mastery. It's about basically how to do that. not necessarily turn on autopilot, but how to build the systems and procedures that it takes to actually really scale. So awesome, guys. But yeah, Lynn, you can definitely still get in there. It's still open, I'm sure. What were you unclear about though, Lynn? I want to make sure I'm being clear. What were you unclear about? Because you said you were unclear about the mini course. Dragon says, I appreciate what you're doing. Please keep it up. Thanks, man. Rogelio says, thank you for an amazing session. I need to go. Rogelio, you have a good night, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well out there. Guys, check out this free training that we have right here, scale.surplusfund.com. The video was all static. Was it really? It's not good.
Okay, so you didn't.
I don't know. The video's working for me, Lynn, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It might be with a web browser that you're on, or maybe your internet wasn't great or something, but check that out. Patricia, thanks, and have a good evening, everyone. I appreciate these State of the Union meetings. Patricia, you have a great evening as well. Dragon, also, could you build a bookmark area for videos we can revisit? What do you? Can you clarify what you mean? I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Awesome, Lynn. Well, yeah, if you want to start, if you want to start with the lighter program, I totally get it. Feel free. It's why it's there. So yeah. Guys, any more questions? Going once, going twice. If not, I am going to wrap it up here. Because it's been a long day. I want to go play basketball. And it's been quite a day. All right, guys. Going once, going twice. Thank you, Spencer. You're a big help. Absolutely, guys. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end it then. I appreciate you guys hopping on here. Again, be looking out for this free training. I'll be probably running some ads to it here pretty quickly. I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to watch it while it's up. And with that being said, guys, again, kind of a recap of what we covered tonight. Bankruptcy funds releasing very soon. Module 1 plus Module 6 update live on Friday. One-on-one call giveaway with me, starts now and ends Sunday at midnight. All you got to do is post a picture of you wearing your Surplus Warrior gear, and you'll be able to hop on, okay? And then the last thing is we're launching that new free training again. You guys can go check it out. Okay, this is the link for it. Let me pull it up. It's called scale.surplusfund.com right here. You guys can check it out. It's all about how to scale to 10 to 15 deals per month and then scale to 100K per month and beyond. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks, Spencer. Thank you. Dragon, if we like a certain video but don't want to go through searching all the videos. Dragon, are you referring to like inside the course? Oh, no, you can't. Huh, that's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Dragon, for the idea. I appreciate that. Anyways, guys, thank you guys very much. Have a good one. Good to see everybody. Always good to see everybody. Check out the free training link. I'll drop the link again. Here's the link. Boom. Let's just copy it from here. Okay. You guys can check it out. Okay. Again, it's free training. I think it's like a 30-minute training, so it's pretty cool. And there's a special gift at the end of it if you guys watch to the end. So I think you guys are going to enjoy that. But anyways, that being said, guys, take care. I will see everyone on the next State of the Union. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night, Diana, excuse me. Pam, have a wonderful night. Dragon, have a wonderful night. Take care, guys.